Welcome to another episode of The Book Long, where I cover anything startup, business, or technology. Today, we are looking at an exciting story. Exciting story of mobile money. Mobile money transactions has emerged as the preferred digital method payment in Ghana, according to a research conducted by a research team at Stanbic Bank Ghana. According to the report, the number of mobile money subscribers increased by 15% in 2020 and an estimated value of transactions at 589 billion Ghana cedis. The leader in this market is MTN. MTN Ghana's financial performance report for the first quarter of 2022 shows the mobile money business has seen a growth of 26.7% in the period. This means mobile money's revenue hit 505 million year-on-year for the first 3 months of 2022. How did it begin? What's the background story? Well, it started in Kenya in 2007. Vodafone and Safaricom launched the M-Pesa payment service back in 2017 in Kenya. Then later, Tanzania took it up in 2012. They had about 3 million subscribers. Tanzania was leading the race. Then later, somehow, it found its way to Ghana. And now Ghana leads the mobile money penetration in Africa with over 20 million people, which is half of its population. How did Ghana become the leader in Africa when it comes to mobile money penetration? And how did Ghana win the mobile money revolution? Now let's talk about GIPS. GIPS created the whole thing. GIPS stands for Ghana Interbank Payment and Settlement System, like a national SWIFT created by the Bank of Ghana. GIPS is central to how mobile money works on the back end in Ghana. GIPS does the clearing and settlement, which made mobile money transfer easier. The mobile money accounts work like bank accounts.
Had a very large unbanked population in the country, and what we mean by unbanked is that there are individuals who should be accessing the banking system, but they were not, despite the fact that we had loads of banks in Ghana. And the central bank was very concerned about that.
Before there was mobile money, there was E-zwich. E-zwich was created by GIPS. It was a smart card payment system created by GIPS in April 2008. E-zwich.
The issue technology, by its architecture, is split into two major parts. That is the core system, which sits with us within our infrastructure, and the customer-facing or the user end, which would either be in a bank or a merchant's place, and so on and so forth. These are connected or interconnected by virtue of the GPRS network that we have with our mobile operators, and so we leverage on the mobile operators network to be able to deliver the service. In terms of the technology itself, at the core is a suite of applications and programs, if you want to call it, that allow you to collect customer data together with their fingerprints and store them. And going forward, be able to make decisions about that data that you've collected in terms of comparing them or matching them and analyzing them in any way, shape or form that you want to have.
In August 2008, the Bank of Ghana issued the branchless banking guidelines, where the banks could collaborate with telecom communication companies. These companies could also do mobile money. So that was the beginning. You see, in 2008, the telcos have already penetrated the country. MTN, Tigo and the rest, they have remote branches in almost every town in the country. This provided multiple access points. Some of the highlights of these guidelines were the banks will lead the initiative of the mobile money thing. Then an agent can register customers in remote outlets, but at the end of the day, the money should be with the banks, because you are just an agent and banks are supposed to handle money. Makes sense. And banks could collaborate with telcos to operate mobile money services, and the telcos will operate with a model which was many to many, so you operate with at least 3 banks. In 2009, MTN was the first telco to take advantage of this system to officially launch their mobile money service in Ghana.
Nti nyamam tinen. Oyo. You're not to the sorry here.
Mwazo ya na ne pepo no jawo huhu da mo.
Hey, Misako. Hey, me ba no okro kasimo. Wa manem, wa fa MTN a mobile money so why my menu ajo?
Nasikanu wa
MTN Mobile Money is available at all MTN service centers, authorized mobile money merchants, and the following partner banks. Call 111 for more information. MTN Mobile Money. Experience it.
But there were problems. The banks were not ready to provide resources to support the telcos, since one telco will have to operate with at least 3 banks. So if you invest all your energy and everything with these telcos, your competitor with another bank can just copy the idea, and there was a problem with their exclusivity, so they just didn't see the need to indulge in this business. It was difficult convincing the banks, but MTN still persisted. They made mobile money. It was difficult convincing the banks, but MTN still persisted and operated the service. They made mobile money more attractive to the ordinary Ghanaian through creative commercials and rapid improvements of the service. Then in 2014, the Bank of Ghana wrote another guideline which would push the operationalization of mobile money forward. And later, they modified the 2014 guideline and they created a more refined one with it. The telcos could now own their own mobile money service without any detections from the bank with who they could partner with. Like the trade to many thing wasn't around again. So they had the freedom to operate. And the requirements too were very minimal. So just any individual with his ID, student ID or anything can just create an account with the telcos, which gave them the independence they needed. Because back then, creating a bank account, you have to bring water bill, light bill, very, very unnecessary things to ascertain that you are who you think you are. And those things were some of the bottlenecks. When they created this minimal guideline, it really helped them. It helped them telcos to be able to create accounts for the everyday Ghanaian. It became easy to get a mobile money account. The problems were solved. So the problem that were not solved by the E-zwich would be solved by the telcos with this guide. The difference between the telcos and the banks was very simple. The telcos were innovation driven and great at aggressive marketing. The banks were not. Now, mobile money is booming because it has become the bridge between the unbanked and the formal systems. Between 2012 and 2017, mobile money merchants, what we call agents, increased from 25 times, which is from 6,000 people to 150,000. Mobile money accounts grew from 345,000 to 11.2 million accounts within the same time frame. According to Bank of Ghana, this was a very important feat because banks could not achieve this thing with their systems. Banks did not have branches in all the 10 regions as at that time, and agents could go where the banks could not. So the mobile money decentralized banking. It was more convenient for the ordinary Ghanaian, not a class of people, to have a bank account. According to MTN, during their 10th anniversary of Momo, they created mobile money just to create brand loyalty, not for profit. If they were going to rely on just the pilot, they wouldn't have launched Momo. You see, Accra is a city where new things are hard to penetrate. The people are creative, but we like to stick to our old ways of doing things until we see you are very serious with your project. And MTN did really well with it. They were very consistent. They pushed till people accepted it. And what gave MTN the confidence with it? That's the question. They were like remittances from abroad. There is lots of traffic from outside remittance, and they thought it would be a cool idea to receive money from abroad using the mobile money. And also, they believed in the idea of peer-to-peer transfer because they tested it with family and friends anyway. And after the launch, it was culturally accepted. They had this commercial Nasikano wing. It was convenient. Now, speaking about convenience, sending money was to MTN or Vodafone to Vodafone. And now let's say if you're on Tigo and you want to send money to someone on Vodafone or someone on MTN, it becomes a problem. So there was a new trend. New Fintechs started coming out. We have EasyPay, Mazuma, Haptel, SlidePay, and the rest. They started working on projects that will help people send money to other people on other networks. So they created something like an external wallet where you connect your Momo to so that you can send transactions with banks or to other telcos. And it worked pretty okay. But in May 2018, something will happen. There was a new boom, and this new boom will crash most of these fintechs. We'll do an episode on that. So
it is indeed a historic day for our country. We thank God for this day. Last year, when I challenged the Bank of Ghana, GIBS, the telcos and financial institutions to ensure that mobile money platforms were interoperable, I knew it was going to be an arduous task, but I trusted and believed in the ability of the Ghanaian to deliver. And here we are today. Interoperability is a reality.
Gibbs launched something in 2018 called interoperability, where you could just send money across to other networks and also to their E-zwich wallet. You know, the E-zwich still exists. It's being used mostly by NSS personnel and NAPCO people. In 2020, COVID also pushed the interoperability, where you could send money across to other networks and also to their E-zwich wallet. So you connect your Momo to your E-zwich, you can send money to your E-zwich, and you can also send money to other people on other networks. No need for you to use a third-party product like Haptels, which was very okay, and it was easier to use than you connecting your account to another platform. And you know, E-zwich was still being used around that time too. And in 2020, COVID caused growth of mobile money to even go further. According to a report by Statistical Service, 90% of all businesses established either adopted or increased the use of the internet for their operations. And if you adopt internet, it means you will have to use a form of payment. And most of them adopted mobile money in their businesses. 37% used mobile money in their business. Now let's talk about the impact of mobile money. Now almost everyone buys their core credits with mobile money. So scratch cards are fading away. Now people are not keeping cash to themselves like they used to, which offers the government a better way of tracking transactions for them to know who is sending what to who and what is being done with what. And now people are not keeping cash with themselves like they used to, which offers the government a better way to track transactions. Now people can take loans too from their mobile money. No need for you to go to the bank and fill some useless forms. You just take it from your mobile money. Mobile money has helped people push online businesses forward. You can literally buy anything today in Ghana with your mobile money, Jumia, Gigi, and some of these Instagram shops, and it is very fantastic. We can't finish this episode about Momo without talking about the controversies and the problems Momo is still facing. Mobile money fraud. Random guy thinks he's so smart, so he will send you a fake message and claim it's a mistake, blah blah blah. So he sent money to you and that you have to send him back his money. And if you are not careful, you will send your hard-earned money to a random person who will even later insult you.
Yes, sir. Okay, right now we just ask you only 3 questions about your SIM card. You have an evidence that you are speaking with the right person. Okay, please, your first question, how many years you have been using a SIM card?
You should know if you are calling me for MTN.
Okay, everything, your data is here, but I want to see that you are speaking with the right phone of the SIM card. That's why I'm asking that question, sir.
But you should know that.
You said?
You should know that.
All your data is here.
Okay, I've been with MTN for about 30 years now. 30
years. Open we are here for the Tikwe airport with Jennifer.
We are
This is a problem. MTN is trying to tackle this problem by using IDs and other things to track who is cashing out what. But it's still not doing anything. Although Vodafone and the rest are a bit top on this, MTN is losing the battle around the side. Then there is this big guy now, E-Levy. I didn't want to touch on this matter, but I had to. The government of Ghana on 17th November 2021 announced an electronic levy, which did not go down well with most Ghanaians.
After considerable deliberation, government has decided to place a levy on all electronic transactions to widen the tax net and rope in the informal sector. This shall be known as the Electronic Transaction Levy or E-Levy.
That's the money to educate the Ghanaians and convince them. And now it's being implemented. In March 2022, Parliament approved the bill with one.
Honorable members, the Electronic Transfer Levy Bill 2021 duly read a 3rd time and passed.
1.2 taxation on electronic transfer. E-Levy will affect mobile money payments, bank transfers, and inward remittances. You see, the government also thinks it is now cash out time for them. It has invested a lot of money in making this thing successful. They created great policies for it, and now it has grown into a very big market for those who don't pay their tax to pay their tax, because some of these small businesses who take payments with Momo mostly do not pay their tax, and so they want to use the E-Levy to widen the tax net. But people also think otherwise. Now there is growth. Ghanaians love Momo, but there is E-Levy. What happens next with Momo? Please subscribe to this channel and like this video. It goes a long way to support the work we are doing. See you next time.